Got a blanket.
Nearly 1 year after 2-month-old baby Kion Jones went missing and his mother admitted to disposing of his body in the trash
And his car seat.
that mother, 39-year-old LaDanya Boggs, was found stabbed to death in the same Benning Road home in Northeast where she confessed to WSA 9 1 year ago.
And took it outside. And disposed of it in the trash. And that's what happened.
Early this morning, police say someone called 911 and hung up. Officers found Boggs dead and hours later charged 44-year-old Carl Jones, Kion Jones's father, with Boggs' death. Carl Jones never faced charges in Kion's disappearance, only Boggs, who told investigators she was high on PCP at the time she last saw her son. Court records indicate her story changed multiple times until she admitted to throwing the infant away after he was found unresponsive in her bed. Boggs was charged with tampering with evidence. Her trial was set to start in October.
I think she should have been locked up, and if she had been locked up, she'd have sobered up. And maybe, just maybe, her mind would have came back to her.
Many members of the Benning Road community are still reeling from the tragedy that has shattered this family.
This is awful. It really is. So I guess now with her gone, they ain't gonna never find the baby.
In Northeast, Colby Satterfield, WUSA 9.
Welcome to the KnowONEcares channel. It's your boy Troy. I appreciate you tuning in. Today I want to talk about a DC woman who suffocated her baby while being high. Right? She was recently stabbed to death by the baby's father. So he must have gotten frustrated with the situation, with the court case, and decided to take matters into his own hands. Now, before I start expounding on this subject, on this story, having a child is an initial benefit for the woman. It's not an initial benefit for the father. It may be an emotional benefit if he always wanted a kid. If he always wanted a son or a daughter, it may be an initial, oh man, I've always wanted that. That's fine. But initially, it's a benefit for the mom. She gets the tax benefits. She gets, extra help, extra support. For the man, if he doesn't have what he needs, then he'll get punished severely. If he's unable to pay a certain amount of money, he'll get his license taken away. He'll get locked up. And how you supposed to make money when you're locked up? So women, they get a lot of benefits when they have a child. And so in this situation, there's a woman who had a child who got benefits because even if the man is unable to provide resources, the government will. So this is a situation where the woman had a child and then was irresponsible, undisciplined, says that she rolled over and killed the child and disposed of the body. The baby. Let's get into the story of the baby's father killing the mother. It says a mom who suffocated her baby while high on drugs, then dumped his body in the trash, has been stabbed to death by the infant's dad while awaiting trial, police say. LaDanya Boggs, 39, was found irresponsive by police in the doorway of her D.C. apartment around 3 a.m. on Wednesday with an apparent stab wound. Police reported Carl Jones, who was the father of the couple's son, Kion Jones, reportedly stabbed her during a domestic dispute, authorities reported. Now, those domestic disputes, man, a lot of times today you have the female irritating the man, talking down on the man, disrespecting the man. So you have physical abuse and you have verbal abuse. You have mental abuse. You have all kinds of abuse that can cause domestic disputes. Jones was arrested and charged with second-degree murder while armed. DC police said in a statement No motive has been given with Boggs and Jones linked by the notorious death of their baby son. Kion went missing in the early May 2021, and he was only 2 months old. Boggs was arrested in late May on counts of felony murder and evidence tampering in connection with the presumed death of her infant son, Kion Jones. She is said to have been high on a drug called angel dust when she accidentally smothered Kion. See, there are women that, they become pregnant and have babies, and they're unable to really care for a baby because they can barely care for themselves. But the amount of repercussions that are put on the woman are minimal today. Modern women have it easy. Boggs claimed that she then dumped her son's body in the trash. Despite extensive searches of local landfill sites, his remains have never been found. The murder charge was later dropped, but she was still awaiting trial for evidence tampering after the baby's remains were unable to be found. So you have a mother here that had a baby at 2 months old and was irresponsible, undisciplined, rolled over while she was high on drugs and killed the baby. And then she was set free. She wasn't arrested. No repercussions. And we wonder why women of today are acting how they're acting. I mean, they're having multiple kids with multiple guys, and they're not afraid of anything. Their behavior, the modern woman's behavior today is totally out of line, and they are out of control. But what are you going to do? If you call, you can't do nothing to them. Because, look, you have women like this that are rolling over and killing their own child and being set free out here on the streets. Boggs told authorities that she accidentally rolled on top of her son while under the influence of angel dust and hallucinogenic drug, also known as PCP. So this woman is on PCP. She on that hard stuff. And no one noticed. None of the doctors of the child, when she was taking the child to get his checkups, nobody said anything. She said, he was asleep on my chest, and when I woke up, he wasn't breathing anymore. Because he was just that small, he was only 2 months old, he was a premature baby, she said, according to NBC Washington. The mother said she headed outside and went around the block a few times before returning to her apartment to check on her son, who was still not breathing. I came back in the house and got a blanket in his car seat and wrapped it up, took it outside and just threw it in the trash, she says haltingly, and that's what happened. According to court documents, Boggs offered conflicting accounts of what happened to her son to the boy's father and the police. So at first, she said that she accidentally, rolled over and killed the son because she was high on PCP. Now she's saying he was asleep on my chest, and when I woke up, he wasn't breathing anymore. So she's saying multiple things. If he was on your chest and asleep and stopped breathing, that's one thing. If he was asleep beside you or something and then you rolled over on him, that's another thing. The woman initially told Kion's biological father that the infant would be gone for a long time because DC Child and Family Services took custody of him, but the agency denied having the baby. So she told the child's father that the baby was with Family Services instead of being honest, saying that she killed the baby. No, she's not worried about nothing. No repercussions are coming her way. She's not scared. She's not worried. She can do what she want to do. During an interview with the police that took place a day after Kion was reported missing, Boggs reportedly admitted that he died while sleeping between her and the wall. So now she's changing the story over and over again. Boggs said she woke up to find the infant unresponsive beneath her stomach. In a follow-up interview with the police, the mother was said to have admitted she panicked and tossed Kion's body in the trash while high on PCP and hallucinating. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of the officers and cadaver dogs scoring through Virginia landfills in search of Kion's body, but failed to locate it. How sad is that? Boggs also said she did not know the whereabouts of Kion's body. Surveillance video from Boggs' apartment complex showed her carrying a plastic bag, a cardboard box, and a car seat to a dumpster. The box was described in court records cited by WTOP as being large enough to carry a 2-month-old infant. Officers occupied by cadaver dogs scored a landfill in Virginia last week, but the missing boy was not located. The court documents noted that at the time of her arrest, Boggs retracted her statement concerning her alleged use of PCP at the time of Kion's death, claiming that the last time she smoked the drug was a day or prior to. Now check out this right here. Boggs was released without bond to DC's pretrial services agency following her arraignment on Saturday, and she was due back in court on November 19th. So after all this, she was set free. Set right back out on the streets. And the baby's father just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle that his child's mother would just kill their baby and then be set free. We got to do better, man. We have to, do more work as a people to look out for one another, to vet the type of people we're having babies with, and to vet the type of people we're in relationships with. Because you never know. Hey, you link up with the wrong female and she loses her mind, she hops on drugs, your child might get killed. And women have to do the same when they're dealing with a man. Vet your man properly. Because there are men out here that are killing their children and their children's mom. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the No One Cares channel. Until you change your mindset, no one cares, but just no one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. I'm out.